All right, so we're going to start off with the goalkeeper, our number one, Guillermo Vicario. And I'm going to start on this one. Absolutely no way he should be leaving the club. Injury problem last year kept him out and really showed his value when he was out. We obviously brought in Antonin Kinsky to come in and kind of help things out a little bit, but I think we saw that the quality is not quite the same when Vicario isn't there. So for me, number one goalkeeper, and I don't see us improving on. Be very, very difficult too. Kjetil, I know you may have some thoughts on this because when we talked to Eric Torsfeldt, you did ask him a question about him.
Oh, and Erik Torstvedt, he's the kind of guy who's going to back every goalkeeper ever anyway. So
Goalkeepers Union.
yeah, he is really in the goalkeepers union. But what he said is that he really trusts Vicario to step it up, and I kind of agree with him because I think that uh, having Kinsky there to actually push him a little bit, I think helps. He can't feel that secure in number one spot as he has been. Always good with a little bit competition, pushing him a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely helps. Marcel, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree with all that. I think Kinsky seems like a good keeper, but I think he's very young. And as we all know, goalkeepers get better with age. And I think the same would be with Vicario. Give him another season or two, and I think he'd be up there. Okay, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ash, what do you think?
Vicario, I think he's an outstanding shot stopper, a very good leader. I think where Kinsky is obviously better at it. I believe Kjetil might know a little bit more about info about this, but apparently when he was a kid, his father was, I believe, was a goalie, and his dad trained him as a midfielder so that he could actually be comfortable with the ball at his feet. So I actually think that Kinsky is going to help Vicario, as Marcel has also said, push him. We're going to need both of them, perhaps a third goalkeeper as well, just for injuries. So I think we're looking good in the goalkeeping department.
Well, we do need a third goalkeeper for the UEFA competitions. You have to have three goalkeepers named in the squad, but realistically, I don't think anyone other than Brandon Austin is going to be that person. Ross, what were your thoughts?
The three that we've got is fine. You know, you got Vicario leading away, Kinsky, the up and comer, and Austin if needed. I mean, didn't Austin get man of the match in his one game that he played? So yeah, we're fine. I think for the first time, in ages, we've got three keepers that if one of them came in, you're not panicking too much. I know, social media will blow up and all that, but no, I'm very happy. It would have to take a huge bid for Vicario to leave. I'm talking at least 80, 90 million, but no, he's fine. No, keep all three. I'm happy. There you go, 3 in 1 swoop.
There we go. Charlie, we'll just do all three goalkeepers. Charlie, what are your thoughts?
I like Vicario as a leader and as a personality. I don't think he's thrived with the ball at his feet in the past little bit, almost the whole year. I've been very, very nervous with him there, and he seems to have strengthened up a little bit in the box, or we've become a little bit wiser. So all that chat about, not being able to defend set pieces is kind of diminished a little bit. But I just don't think I don't think he's going anywhere, but I think the manager thing will dictate how good a season he has next year and what style of play we decide to play. Because he has been a bit more solid since we've not been playing quote unquote Angeball
out from the back. Yeah. Good point, Charlie.
Austin, what have you got to say about our goalkeeping situation?
I worry about it slightly. I like Vicario because when he came in, he made some absolutely blinding saves. He's got limitations, in my opinion, in terms of balls coming into the box. But I like him as a person, and I like him as a leader. I hope that he improves his ability to take balls coming into the box. But his shot saving, he's made some fantastic saves. I mean, in the Europa final, he made 2 saves. He made one where he with his left hand he pushed the ball over the bar because that looked destined for the goal. And then he made another one where he was on the wrong foot and he dived to his left and he saved it right at the end. So his shot stopping is brilliant. I'd like him to improve his
Distribution.
overall game rather than just his shot stopping, because I think he's good at that.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he's one of those goalkeepers who does occasionally have an error in him. I think we just got lucky that we had Mickey van der Ven who was able to do that superb clearance, because he basically got him out of trouble there, because that was a mistake. Hey, what are your thoughts on our goalkeeping situation?
I think this is a season where we're going to have quite a bit of turnover in the squad, and goalkeeping area is the least of our concerns. I don't think we need to change too much there. I'm quite happy with the options that we have, provided that we can improve the players. I mean, that's always our model, buying uncut gems, if you like, and then polishing them up. And he's still young for a keeper, so I don't see him going anywhere. It looks like he's really invested in the club and quite popular in the dressing room. So yeah, he's got some mistakes in him, but who doesn't? And but he's also very good on his day and on most days. So with the upheaval that we're going to see everywhere else, I think I don't think there's going to be too much scope for changing keepers unless we really get in a bind with the homegrown stuff, and a homegrown keeper becomes available of the required standard. But other than that, I can see him being at Spurs for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, homegrown goalkeepers are useful, but they are fairly rare. In terms of Tottenham, I can't remember. I was at the Lawrence Vicario, who played for Leyton Orient last. I think was the only Spurs goalkeeper we could potentially bring in, unless we're going to bring Alfie Whiteman back. But who knows? David, you are last on this one, but you're not last overall, because we'll be coming back.
Stu, just an additional question. You'd probably know more. Where is Keeley? Is he anywhere close to being on our squad, or what? Goalie.
So Keeley's a very good goalkeeper. He had an excellent record in League One last year. I believe he may even have set the record number of clean sheets in the league. But he did that by playing something like 2/3 as many games as his closest competitor. He was absolutely superb last season. His big problem is that he came in when he was 19 years old, and he will never, ever be considered a homegrown player at the club. And realistically, he needs to be viewed as a homegrown player unless he's going to be number one. We can't have 3 non-homegrown goalkeepers in our European squad. It just
Is
won't
he
work.
Irish? What is he? Irish? Scottish? What is he?
Irish, yeah, Irish descent.
All right.
So that's just not going to work out. I mean, he'll count as homegrown in nation, but he won't count as homegrown in club. It's just unfortunate the way it's going to work out. But David, go on, give us your thoughts on the homes.
Well,
on the goalkeepers.
I'm going to be very brief, because I basically agree with everything that's been said so far. No changes. Yeah. Big Vic, brilliant. And just to add, the one thing I would really like Vicario to work on this summer. It's not just about sort of ball control and things like that, what he does with the ball at his feet. It's when we are playing out from the back, his first pass is always too slow, and it's almost always in the wrong place, by which I mean he passes it out left when he should pass it out right, pass out right when he should pass it out left. He's not making the right decisions, and he's not executing them with enough sort of vigor, which means by the time the ball arrives at a player, they're already closed down. So that's I think Charlie for once is right, that he's definitely made a lot of progress on defending balls coming into the box and things. I think he's definitely made progress, but I think he really needs to make progress on what he does when we're building up from the back.
Hey, by the way,
okay.
I don't know if you guys noticed, he's actually 2-footed. He's either taught himself to be left-footed, but he clears with both feet. And I noticed he was doing a lot more of that as the season progressed. Watch him next time. He's footed. That's rare to see a goal.
I think Vicario reminds me a bit of David, actually, because he's a bit of a nervous player.
Yeah.
Nerves.
I'm like, just catch the ball, and he's like, no, I won't catch it. I'll just bounce it. I mean, he looks nervous, to be honest. I think, and that's maybe why he's so vocal, because he's like getting his nerves out. But maybe that'll come with age, and
Sorry, Charlie, go on, fella.
Yeah.
Sorry,
no, Ross, I'm done.
I thought in the Europa League final he got it right, apart from that one slip, which almost cost everything. But I think apart from that, his clearances were good. They were strong. He had Solanke to aim for, which was a big plus. But I don't know. I'm happy with him. I think Charlie's right. He is a little bit. Is it nerves? Is it a bit manic? I think all keepers are a little bit mad, aren't they? They've got to be to play in that position. But yeah, I think next season, if Ange stays, and I hope Stu said I want him to stay, I don't see why you would sack someone who's just won a title, for goodness sake. But now I agree with Charlie. Yeah, a bit crazy, but I think you've got to be. But yeah, it's been fine.
We have to mention one thing about Vicario that Erik Thorstvedt pointed out, and Vicario has had a tendency to berate the other players in situations where that seems really unnecessary.